would have been wise to nominate him.
The Libertarian Party should nominate Trump for President of the United States. Only if you want to win. Only if you want to win. Maybe you don't want to win.
Trump critic and former FBI Director James Comey tells CNN there is a chance of a hung jury in Trump's hush money trial. But Comey says he thinks the case set to the jury is very strong.
It's an 80% chance of conviction given the case they put together. It's based on documents and texts and emails and the words of the defendant.
Comey says he's one of many worrying about violence towards poll workers and election officials. Attorney General Merrick Garland last week cited a dangerous increase in threats, which he said wouldn't be taken lightly.
If you threaten to harm or kill an election worker, the Justice Department will find you. The public servants who administer our elections must be able to do their jobs without fearing for their safety.
Nearly 70 million people were under severe weather warnings on Memorial Day as storms turned northeast after killing more than 20 and disrupting power across the plains. Governor Greg Abbott declared a disaster in more than a third of Texas counties.
We estimate there being close to 100 people who were injured. More than 200 homes and structures were listed as destroyed. Another more than 120 were listed as damaged.
Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear also declared a state of emergency there, and the storms are snarling flights across much of the east and south. I'm Farah Siddiqui for Pacifica Network and Public News Service. Find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
Good morning. It's KCHW 102.7. Weren't sure if we were going to make it, but you do have Scott and Val on a Tuesday.
Good morning.
Good morning, Val. You broke the internet.
It wasn't me. Don't blame this on me.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. All right. Not sure there in Chihuahua if things went off the air for a minute, but all of a sudden we were just getting ready to go on. Lost connectivity with both computers. But it looks like everything's back up and running, and it looks like we're cruising this morning. Let me do a double check. Yeah, we are on YouTube, Twitch, our website at kchw.org, northernlightspublicradio.com, and live on Facebook this morning. And if you want to comment on the show, say hello. Val keeps an eye on those, and we ask you to do it through Facebook so we don't have to try and monitor 3 different websites and what people are saying.
We can barely monitor one.
Yeah.
So help us out. And
you got to realize this is a connection. I'm hijacking everything from Maine, and then I'm bringing Val in from Deer Park. So there's so many things that can go wrong with a morning show broadcast on KCHW.
Yes.
Not just the two of us.
So many. I mean, the two of us should be enough, but no.
Yeah. All right, real quick, let's get the important stuff out of the way. Then I want to talk to Val. Showers this morning, then scattered thunderstorms developing during the afternoon hours. I looked at the camera coming out from the airport, and it looked partly cloudy. I could see some blue out there, though. Gusty winds are going to happen today, and small hail is possible. If that happens, please, Val, go out and catch me some.
I will.
Okay. Chance of rain today, 60%. All right, if I didn't give that high temperature 70, we'll drop down to 43 tonight, mostly cloudy early, then clearing overnight. Tomorrow, high of just 60 with afternoon thunderstorms at 50%. Wow. 37 for an overnight low. 66 and 41, mostly sunny for Thursday. Mostly sunny Friday, up to 72. The weekend right now, looking cloudy on Saturday with a high of 70 and just a 10% chance of rain. Mostly cloudy Sunday, 67 with a 25% chance of rain. But this weather pattern and the moisture definitely good for you guys with a really hot start off to spring, right?
Correct. And, I don't mind the cool temperatures and all of that. That's fine. I just wish the wind would stop blowing.
It always blows. It might not in other places. Because
Oh,
it's
we've
always
been other places.
blowing at your house. No matter, I don't care what the weather's doing anywhere else, the wind's always blowing at your house.
It is, but we have been out and about, and it's blowing everywhere.
Okay. All right.
We're not just windy here.
I think that's just the air rushing between your ears.
Well, that could be. Tickles me sometimes. Tickles my brain.
First insult away. Thank you.
Yes. Good morning, Ken. Thanks for joining us this morning.
All right. He didn't say anything about the air, the wind rushing between your ears?
Not yet, but I'm sure it will come before too long.
Yes. All right, kids, this morning, muffin variety, cereal variety, fresh fruit, fruit juice, and your choice of milk for breakfast. Then for lunch, pepperoni rippers. Pizza sauce, romaine salad, fresh veggies, fresh fruit, sunflower seeds, and your choice of milk. And yes, I am a child. Do not have a problem with that.
Just stuck in a big body.
Just not even stuck in a big body. A child stuck in an adult child stuck in a childlike body.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll overshare. I don't even have hair in my armpits, and one of my wives at one time said, "That's because you're not fully developed." Wow.
Mom pushed you out too soon.
Yeah, she was tired of me. And then all I ate growing up was potato chips and milk. So I didn't. Got some strong bones, though. Really strong bones. Extra ones, probably. All right.
Strong bones and lots of hair.
Coming off of a Memorial Day weekend, you were going to go camping if everything worked out with the RV. Did you get the new fridge in, and did you go camping?
We got the new fridge in. It's working really well. It was working on electric. The lines didn't match up to hook up the propane gas.
Of course.
So Ken came over yesterday and another friend, and they got that all hooked up. So it is actually good to go.
Wait a minute. Wait. You mean one of your fans came over and fixed your plumbing for your fridge?
Yeah, it hooked up the propane to our new fridge. Yeah.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
No, I am that popular that our listeners will do anything for me.
In fact, I have another one coming over today to do my laundry.
Yes.
Wow.
But last year we went camping out on Memorial Day weekend, and it was such a disaster that we have no plans anytime in the future to camp on Memorial Day weekend. So, we're retired. We can camp anytime. Why go out with all the crazies and try to find a site when people have been, saving sites for their friends, all week, so you can't even get in anywhere. So it's just, we just stay home. We're going this coming week, and it's all good.
All right. Yeah, you can go in the middle of the week, right? You only have like one commitment, and that's this show.
Exactly. So, last year and the years past, as soon as, I'm done with the morning show, we got the motorhome already, and we hop in and take off. So, yeah. All
right. Well, we appreciate you scheduling your retirement life around that. Thank you.
Well, yeah.
That's awesome.
I know. How can I keep, collecting listeners that will come and hook up my propane?
I might have other stuff I need. I need to find some new ones. All right. So Val's horoscope for today. Val, sit still. Try not to take on any new projects or people today. How does that fit? You'll have to wait on your soul sucking, okay? Wow. How did we do that? Look hold up your coffee cup into the camera. We got matching coffee cups. Oh, yours just disappeared. All right.
Yeah. Look at that.
Magic.
I'm holding up nothing right now.
You are. There it goes.
There you go.
All right.
So you got the Contigo one?
No, it just looks similar when you were taking your drink. I'm sorry. Sorry, folks. False alarm. False alarm. False alarm. All right, Val.
A plug for Contigo. I love their coffee cups.
Okay.
Because they are completely sealed. There's nothing getting out of this thing.
Ooh, look how brave she is tipping that upside down. No way I'd have coffee all over my desk.
Oh, there's one particular model of their cups that is incredible. So Yeah, my little.
If you're
friend
watching
just-
online, you can see that photo, or that cup, also has a cloaking device.
It does.
Because it just-
Comes in and out of in and out of view here.
You know, when a couple times there, when you put it in front of your face, you disappeared too.
Oh, that works for me. If I haven't done my hair or something, I'll just hold my coffee cup up. We all disappear.
All right, back to your horoscope. Sit still, Val, and try not to take on any new projects or people today. Okay, so just wait on those fans you're going to consume. All right, you have enough going on. You could find that you're in a good position to get others to help you finish stuff up, though. Oh, I guess you're going to need them.
Right
just threw her
there,
hands up.
horoscope. Horoscope comes true.
Wow. All right, let's check on Geminis. It's Gemini month. All right, try not to get too hung up on people's precise words today. You of all people should know better to do that. Well, these are spot on. All right. Ambiguity rules the day, so misunderstandings are much more likely, and that's why I'm staying in. And if you're a Gemini, have a birthday today, you should probably stay in too. Just some, advice there. Okay.
Little words of wisdom.
Little
from
words
a
of
fellow
wisdom.
Gemini.
That's right. All right. Few news headlines, just in case you missed the lead-in news today. Israel facing international condemnation after an airstrike in the Gazan city of Rafah ignited a fire at a civilian encampment, killing at least 45 people. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the strike aimed at Hamas leaders wasn't intended to kill civilians and that something went tragically wrong. Make sure you know where you're aiming those things because they're dangerous.
For sure. It's just getting messier and messier.
The whole planet.
The whole situation. Yeah.
All right, Spain, Norway, and Ireland formally recognized a Palestinian state today. Israel criticized the attempt to add international pressure to resolve its conflict with Gaza. I think you've had enough time to take care of things, and it's not working. That's all I'm going to say.
Right.
All right. Trump, I think they had a right to do what they did, but come on. Now this is, we're past 6 months now. Get it. Come on. Stop now. All right. Closing arguments are expected today in Donald Trump's hush money trial, where he's accused of falsifying business records. Jury deliberations will begin soon after. I can't wait for this to be over. And I'm sure anybody that knows me knows what I'm hoping for an outcome. Let's put this thing to bed. It's been like 9 years of pain. Can we just end it? Quit tearing apart our country. All right.
I agree with all the above. It's been an interesting journey.
Something I didn't, and like January 6th, kind of the resurgence of racism. It's just it's all really went down. I had such high hopes for the future, and well, I got 58 years in. I ain't seen nothing like the past 8 years. Absolutely horrible. All right.
Yeah,
if that's what making America great again is, I want no part of it.
I feel like there's a level of insanity that has entered the whole country.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always joked that I think that Earth was actually created to be the insane asylum of the universe. So anybody that's cray-cray gets dumped here and left to fend for themselves. So it's insane. What we do to each other, what we feel is okay to say to each other, is beyond the even comprehension sometimes. So, and I think there's just been so much that has been almost normalized.
Which
is
okay.
Even,
yeah.
Which is just it's sad that, and I think some of it, to some extent, a good portion of it has been brought about by a former politician, but a lot, I think some of it, the internet has to blame, social media has to blame for that too.
And then COVID, it seems like COVID did away with cordiality. people treating each other decent in public. And it's like we've never, I mean, everything amped up. Nerves were on edge. People didn't like being locked up. And it's like that kind of attitude has continued.
Mm-hmm.
I think before COVID, we were a lot nicer to each other. Could be wrong. But
I think that, but yeah, so I think it's a combination of, I'm sure more, but those three things in particular, social media, COVID, the political scene, all of those have just ramped up, and you just see how nasty our politicians are to each other. And that is broadcast daily. And again, it seems like people start to think that's normal. I mean, when we can't even have our politicians be cordial and polite and respectful, there's just no
I've never seen I've never seen name calling like we've had the past few years. And there's once again there too. There's one person who has stirred this all up, and that's Marjorie Taylor Greene. No. I mean, she has cray. Yeah, she has literally I don't know, caused chaos in the government. She's really good at it. All right, let's leave that alone. Because Ken says Ken has just made an awesome point. He says, "At least we don't have tornadoes." Yet, Ken, yet. You could have one in your backyard any minute. Right. And then you must have told him about my cat. I don't want to talk about it too much, but I'll mention it because I know she had a lot of fans. Mooch the cat went to the big resting land in the sky. So very, very
crossed over the Rainbow Bridge.
Yeah. If I keep talking about it, I'll cry. So let's move on. Yay! All right, back to a few news headlines this morning. Closing arguments expected today in Donald Trump's hush money trial, where he's accused of falsifying business records. Juries will deliberations will be soon after today. Curious how long they will deliberate for. If it takes longer than I'd say a couple days, I'm gonna guess he will get off.
It'll be a hung jury or something. Yeah.
All right, major storms in the south led to at least 22 deaths across 4 states during Memorial Day weekend. Dangerously high temperatures are projected to continue in the region as well. President Biden commemorated Memorial Day with a speech at Arlington National Cemetery. He said, "Our democracy is more than just a system of government. It's the very soul of America. Don't break it." All right.
That's right.
The Celtics beat the Pacers 105-102 in a 4th straight game to win the Eastern Conference title. They'll compete against either the Mavericks or the Timberwolves in the NBA Finals. Taylor Swift and Billie Eilish's new albums both sold over 300,000 units in the U.S. in a single week, marking the first time 2 records have surpassed that benchmark in 8 years. And what's happening today? Hootie and the Blowfish vocalist Darius Rucker releasing his memoir, Life's Too Short. You a fan of the Hootie?
I am a fan of Darius.
Okay.
So I was never, I guess Hootie and the Blowfish kind of flew under my radar. But yeah, I think, and that's because of Darius's, foray into country music. I became more aware of him. So
now, if you listen to the old stuff and you listen to the new stuff, do you like the country or the rock?
I guess I still haven't listened to a lot of his, a lot of Hootie and the Blowfish, I guess. So, so I guess I'm still more, I'm still familiar with him as a country artist. So wow. I do like his voice. It's very distinctive.
Yeah.
I mean, it comes on the radio, you immediately know who it is.
Yeah.
And so,
and that's the same way with like Hootie and the Blowfish. And I don't know how you could go from playing rock to country, though. I hate country.
I guess I'm a person that likes new music. So
Me too.
My husband really likes classic rock, and I could care less. I like new music. So yeah, it's fine. So is classic country. It's fine. But I would rather listen to new
Any
music.
kind of
I don't
music
want to
that's
listen.
new, yeah.
I don't want to listen to the same old songs over and over again for the rest of my life. It's like you're stuck in this box. And so, I mean, we've got our sister. They still listen to like bebop music from when they were teenagers, and I'm like, why do you want to listen to the same songs for the rest of your life? venture out a little bit, hear new stuff. So that's kind of always been my thing.
So does Brad still have Back in Black as his phone ring?
I don't think so.
Okay, good, because that was like a good almost 10 years. All right, moving on. Season 19 of America's Got Talent, Val, premieres tonight, 8 p.m. Are you into America's Got Talent?
Oh, I'll catch it every now and then, but I don't, DVR it or something.
All right. This year, it's going to include at least, trying out on the show, a 2-year-old math whiz.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy. In the NHL playoffs, Rangers play the Panthers at 8 p.m. Rangers lead the series 2-1. NBA playoffs, Mavericks play the Timberwolves at 8:30. We'll find out who's going into the finals. And there you go. That's snooze. See, you hardly missed nothing.
News in a nutshell.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going back to bed. It's all over now. All right, we're going to move along to bits and breaks this morning. And here comes Val with just a few killer quotes.
A few killer quotes.
Yes.
First one comes from Mother Teresa, and she says, if you can't feed 100 people, then feed just one.
And that could be me. Please.
The next quote is, you've been entrusted with a unique set of circumstances, relationships, and opportunity. No one else stands precisely where you do. And that was said by Tony Dungy.
Changed my last name. I used to be Scott Dungheap.
I didn't say dung heap. I said Dungy.
Same thing. Okay, sorry. I didn't mess up your quote. Well, you're my sister. That means you're a dung heap, too. Okay.
And our last quote today has no known author, but it says, it doesn't matter if you're miserable or happy, the distance is the same.
Ooh. Wow.
So it's all about your attitude.
I like that. That one's good. Doesn't matter if you're miserable or happy, the distance is the same. It's kind of like they'll get happy in the same pants they got mad in.
Yeah, exactly.
Get glad in the same pants you got mad.
Yes.
All right. Things you didn't know yesterday, which is like a million things for me, but I'm just going to do like 10 because we don't have time for that. In fact, you just say things you didn't know yesterday by Scott, and then it should say everything.
Yes.
All right. 1943, Philip Morris ran an ad acknowledging smoker's cough. They claimed it was caused by smoking brands other than Philip Morris. I've seen that. I've heard that one on the old-time radio shows we air on Sunday nights.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All right. Only female mosquitoes will bite you. That is so true. Yes?
Yes. Blood-sucking things.
Yeah, all women have a stinger. Elvis won just 3 Grammys in his entire career.
Oh, wow.
Hey. Right. There was a long-lost fourth member of the Snap, Crackle, Pop gang. Do you know what his name was, Val?
Just because I saw it, I had no idea before. It was Pow.
Pow. All right. He was supposed.
That kind of sounds. Yeah, that doesn't flow. Snap, crackle, pop, pow. I mean, they needed to drop pow. I'm sorry, buddy.
Come on, can you imagine that board meeting? No, people, we need to drop this pow thing. It just doesn't work. All right. Kool-Aid, originally marketed as Fruit Smack. Give your kids a smack. Fruit Smack.
Not sugar coma.
Sugar coma. Chest compression flavor. All right.
Can you imagine? I mean, our parents used to feed. I mean, like give this to us.
Like we were hummingbirds. You want us to go outside and play? Quit giving us Kool-Aid. We're just going to circle around the jug, all addicted. That's true.
Oh, terrible.
It is true. Uncle Sam was based on Samuel Wilson, who worked as a meat inspector during the War of 1812.
Interesting.
Huh. You think they were good at it way back then? Because I'm not thinking so.
Has a little mold on it. Scrape it off. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. It's okay.
Nuggets,
It's okay.
flick them. It's going to be cool.
All right, Three Musketeers bar originally split into 3 pieces with 3 different flavors, vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. When the other flavors became harder to come by during World War II, Mars decided to go all chocolate and never turned back.
I mean, yeah, because Three Musketeers. It made sense that there was 3, right?
Yeah. They could have just did 3
interesting.
pieces. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
All right, you know what I paid for a Milky Way? I had a Quickie Mart yesterday.
Oh goodness,
Any-
$1.59.
At a Quickie Mart, Val.
Oh,
How long has it been since you bought a
$2.59.
candy bar?
I don't buy candy bars, so I don't know.
I bought it for someone else. $3.39.
Wow.
Never going to that Quickie Mart again.
Wow.
Yeah.
You must have loved this person you bought it for.
Yeah, it's for Sammy. Alaska is the only state that can be typed on 1 row of keys, Val. Try right now.
Okay.
In 1907, an ad campaign for Kellogg's Corn Flakes offered a free box of cereal to any woman who would wink at her grocer.
Oh. I bet you back then it was probably scandalous, but I would happily wink at a grocer.
I wink at them all the
She
time.
likes it.
Male or female, I don't care.
Yeah.
I love grocers. All right, 1907, an ad campaign for Kellogg's Corn Flakes offered a free box of cereal. Oh, I just said that one. All right, how about this one?
I wondered how long till you realized.
That's how slow I am. I was halfway through it. Hey, I've read this before. I was just trying to double up on the Corn
Seems
Flakes.
familiar.
Yeah, I'm distracted. All right. The sum of all numbers on a roulette wheel, Val, is
666.
Wow, that is interesting.
Come gamble with me. That's why they call it the Wheel of Fate.
Double zeros, what does that mean? I'm off to the casino after that. I'm going to bring that little voice box thing with me, too.
Oh, I like it, yeah. Where's your roulette wheel?
Yeah.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
It's a portal to Hades.
There's something wrong with the little guy. I think we should ban him. All right, here's a question for you, Val. And anybody else listening online. And if you're not listening online, you can always go online and comment anyways. All right. What is your comfort movie? And that would be a movie that you watch over and over that always makes you feel good. Don't ask me what mine is.
You know, I don't know if there's a comfort movie. There's very few. It's along the lines of I like new music. It's the same with movies. I don't go back and rewatch a movie other than at Christmas time when we'll, rewatch The Christmas Story or, It's a Wonderful Life. So, yeah, there's something around the Christmas time that we'll rewatch, but normally I don't have one that I'm going to go watch that again. I mean, I had somebody tell me the other day, she watches The Notebook over and over, and I'm like, I couldn't make it through one. I couldn't watch it the first time because it was not because it was sappy, but it was about this, somebody that had Alzheimer's and how their spouse was with them every step of the way. And I made it like 10 minutes into it, and I'm sobbing because our dad was in the throes of Alzheimer's at the time, and I'm like, I can't watch this movie. Can't do it, won't do it, and I've never watched it.
Like that Robin Williams movie, Which Dreams May Come. Could you imagine saying, it's my favorite? Because you cry from one end to the other. In fact, if you went into like a video store back when we had video stores and you were in the bargain bin, there would be like 40 copies of Which Dreams May Come.
Well, I'm sure because it was...
You only need to see it once and you're done.
Right.
Yeah.
But the premise was so interesting. I'm sure a lot of people were disturbed by it. And so I found it fascinating, and I like the whole premise of the movie, but I'm sure other people were like,
Major tearjerker, though. No one needs to cry that much. You cry from the opening scene till the end. Like, at least about the time your nose starts to open, you're crying again. Which is pretty much a day in the life of Scott
There you go.
I'm kidding. Mostly. All right.
Mostly.
All right. So like, I guess Christmas movies. I don't do the ones most people do. Oh, we got to watch this. I'm all about Elf and the Polar Express because I like to dance to the hot, hot, hot song and break dishes. And then Elf, it's brilliant. So. Yeah.
Well, and my family wants to watch Jack Frost every year. And it's like you cry in that movie so much too. I'm like, I don't know why they want to watch Jack Frost because I could happily skip that one.
Oh, yeah.
I don't need to cry over a Christmas movie
That's right.
like that.
That's not fun at all. Come on.
No.
All right. I'm with you, though, on movies. I very rarely will watch a movie again. Sometimes I'll go back to some of the ones I really enjoyed. Like a few years ago, I rewatched The Matrix. I rewatched the Lord of the Rings about a year ago, and then all time, I guess, go-to favorite movie, Wrath of Khan, and it's not because of the Star Trek cast; it's because of Ricardo Montalban.
Oh,
I mean, he is. I just love how he does the twisted Shakespeare. In the movie.
And I could rewatch, like, I am a huge Marvel fan. And so I could start at the beginning of the whole, whatever they call it, the Avengers
universe.
Start with
timeline.
The Avengers universe. So I would like to actually do that. Start at the very first one and work my way through all of them. I think that would be fun. But not a comfort movie where you curl up with a big bag of popcorn and watch it again and again. No.
Mm-hmm. All right, moving on this morning. I don't see anybody posting their favorite movie. Oh, Bad Santa. There's Ken. Bad Santa. All right.
Why am I not surprised, Ken?
Yeah, thank you, Ken. All right, this one, Val's had a lot of experience with this. Here she is. Let's give her some music. Val Hunter on why drinking beer and screaming is good for you.
We do them at the same time.
Yes.
Women'sDay.com highlighted a few things we've been told to shy away from that are actually good for us. And here are just a few besides the beer and screaming. Drinking a huge cup of coffee or two. A study proved that women have a 15% lower risk of depression after drinking 2 or 3 cups of coffee a day.
Wow. So if I ever date a woman that doesn't drink coffee, I'm going to make her drink.
You don't drink coffee, you might be depressed. Go on your merry way.
Yeah, see ya.
Scream. Anger is a good emotion that motivates you to take action and fix what's wrong. Okay, you need to do it in these 3 steps. Figure out exactly what triggered your anger. Consider any other emotion that may be behind your anger, and plan a course of action to fix the situation. But scream as you go, I guess.
Huh.
Huh.
Okay.
I've never had the urge to just scream.
Then you probably haven't had enough beer and wine. Because I've seen a lot of people on beer and wine scream and lose it.
Oh. No, I get the criers a lot.
Oh, yeah. Quick story because it's coming up this summer. Last class reunion. Friend wanted me to go to a private house party that somebody had rented. And I'm like, no, I don't want to go. Everybody's going to be like, because we were already at a bar, right? And everybody's going to be too drunk. And we got all those women in our class that are criers. Class of 84 had a big drinking problem, just saying. and I'm begrudgingly, he drags me. We get to the door and I said, man, $20, you open that door, somebody's crying. And he just laughs and we knock on the door and the door opens and you can see all the way to the back deck and there's one of the girls crying. Yeah.
That's, I guess I'd rather have a crier than somebody who's mean.
Wants to fight.
But but kind of extricating yourself from the situation where this person is crying can be
tough.
Can be hard. Yeah, and maybe it'd be okay if you were drunk as well. because then
you can relate and say, I know I
Yeah.
went through the same thing.
It happened to me too. But yeah, if you're not that drunk to be at the crying stage, yeah, sometimes it's a little bit hard. We had a friend that got very philosophical when he was drunk.
Ooh.
And so he wanted to have these deep conversations about, I don't know, the meaning of life. And you're like, I'm drunk. I can't do this right now.
You're trying to make jokes and he just tries to get seriously and more serious.
Yes. Yeah. So, all right. And finally, if we get back to our story of, what you've shied away from or that may actually be good for you, and that is beer. Beer, if you don't know, has disease-fighting antioxidants, iron, and dietary silicon, a mineral that promotes bone formation. Downside, calories. So it suggests sticking to just one per day.
If I told any of my friends that drink beer they could only have one,
You're way off. I say you're way off this time, son.
or like Alan would say, those are rookie numbers.
I don't know anybody that just has one beer a day.
I knew
you
somebody
either
that
have
would drink the
none
whole
or you
six-pack, and that was always bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You either have one or you have a rack. I don't know.
No, go somewhere in the middle. Six is too many. You get dumb by the time you hit 6. You get dumb by 4, I think.
Well, Brad says when you drink beer like that, at least for him, is you have to use the bathroom all the time. They talk about breaking the seal. And so, so he doesn't like that. He's like, he never has to get up during the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. And if he's been drinking beer, he does. It's just a lot of liquid, I guess, to consume. So
It is.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like
Makes you
coffee.
bloated.
And it's kind of like coffee, too. It makes you go a lot. I don't know why.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a diuretic or something.
Moving along from beer to doctor's notes, which if you drink enough beer, you will need a doctor. Pretty sure. All right. These are, how doctors have the worst penmanship and they just scribble things down. So here are some actual doctor's notes lifted from charts, all right, with grammatical errors. First one, the patient has been depressed ever since she began seeing me in 2015. Well, you have something to do with it then, don't you?
Evidently.
Patient has chest pain if she lies on her left side for over a year. Well, roll her over. He had a left toe amputation 1 month ago. He also had a left knee amputation last year.
Oh. Hard to have any toes if the whole leg is gone.
No, just the knee. The rest of the leg's still there. They just took out the knee and glued the rest of it back together.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. They call him Eileen. Come on. Not even a courtesy laugh? Oh, man.
I gave you a want.
Yeah, it was a little late, though. All right, patient's discharge status. Alive, but without permission. By the time he was admitted, his rapid heart had stopped and he was feeling better.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think you might have missed one word in there.
I think he did. Let's see. The patient is a 79-year-old widow who no longer lives with her husband.
Thank goodness.
Same thing Val did a couple weeks ago at the hospital. The patient refused an autopsy. What? What? How dare you?
They wanted to use my brain for science. Yeah. And I was like, I'm still using it.
Like the time they told me they wanted to give me a spinal tap. Just do the autopsy, please. I've got good insurance. I actually walked out of it was the funnest thing I've ever done. Walked out of an emergency room after 3 hours in the waiting room and then 8 hours, in the emergency room. I just walked out while they were screaming at me.
Wow.
It was so fun. And the last thing they said is, you could drop dead within 5 minutes to 2 weeks. And I turned around and said, I've got good I've got good life insurance. And I just kept walking.
Oh.
And then they're like,
but
but we have to check you out. And I said, you have my information. Bill me. And there's nothing they can do if you want to walk out of a hospital. Literally nothing they can do. So, but they tried.
There you go.
I just kept marching. It was so fun. It's one of my favorite memories. All right, last one here. Many years ago, the patient had frostbite on the right shoe. Oh.
Just change shoes.
All right.
Ken's commenting on our last little foray into drunk crying. He says he cries when there's no KCHW on Tuesdays.
Yeah, Val. Good job, Ken. Once in a while, it's because of me. Usually because of Val, though. She wants to do something and enjoy her retirement. Boo, boo. What do your fans say now, Val? What are they going to come over and help you fix tomorrow?
You know, only your brother can throw you under the bus and then back up and run you over again.
You want to go for a third? She's still moving. I'm kidding. All right. Silly things people believed as children. It's all you, Val.
All right. And if anybody that's listening or watching today wants to comment on this, please do so. So this is the silliest thing that someone believed as a child, and this is what users of Reddit had to say. First person said, I didn't want us to get a new TV because I liked the shows on the old one.
My favorites.
I thought that every song that played on the radio was being performed somewhere live, and when you turned up the volume, the singer would sing louder at his or her venue.
That'd be cool.
Oh, my goodness.
I'd be worried if that worked, though, somebody would turn us down.
There you go. There was a Skittles commercial where they put some Skittles in the ground and they grew into a Skittles tree. I tried growing a Skittles tree at the park for about 3 years before my family moved.
You skipped the dirty one, but it was cute.
I'll go back. Sex was just making out with no clothes on.
Wait a minute. I've been doing it all wrong. All right. Thank you.
This person thought that there were tiny people in the traffic lights controlling them.
There isn't?
How about this? That there was someone who sat behind a couple hundred computer screens and controlled every traffic light in the city.
Ooh, kind of the same thing, right?
Yeah. This person thought that all dogs were male and all cats were female.
Huh. That explains that cartoon Cat Dog.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Only way they could have more cats and dogs.
All right.
And then the final one I have here is I thought that any time any woman went to the hospital, it was to have a baby. My 90-year-old great-grandmother was in the hospital, and all I wanted to know was when the baby was going to get here.
And now a word from Grandma. She's not going to be happy. That's so cute.
Ken said the one thing he can't fix is stupid, so...
Aw. In himself or someone else?
I think he was talking about me.
Oh. Oh, my gosh. And there's a post. A new job for Scott inside of a traffic light. Hey, I'll fit. Wow. Except for my belly.
That was a pretty good one.
You just kind of leave the door a little ajar so I can fit in there. All right. Let's see. Let's move on to a few trivia questions for my sister, Val.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
My sister.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Val, today's trivia is going to be a lot like playing roulette.
Oh. Every time I miss one, I'm damned.
Yes. All right. Let's see. Let me get to those trivia questions. First one. Really, I do have some trivia questions. There we go. In a survey, pet owners were asked what one question they would ask their pet. What was the top answer?
Do you love me?
Ooh, good guess, but no.
Are you happy?
Nope.
How was the steak I fed you for supper?
I'll take that. Do you like your food? That's funny. Really, I thought it was I thought you were gonna say, "Do I look fat in these?"
I know better to ask because my cat is so judgy.
Ooh. All right. Which came first? I'll give you two things. You tell me which one came first: the pop-up toaster or the waffle iron.
I think the waffle iron.
So, any guess how long before the pop-up toaster, the waffle iron, was invented?
I'm going to say, I'm guessing a few hundred years.
I'm going to say you're pretty smart because waffle iron, the 1300s.
Yeah.
Pop-up toaster, 1919. Wow. All right. The greeting card or printed gift wrap paper?
Oh. I am going to say printed gift wrap paper.
Ooh.
I must be wrong.
Greeting card, ancient China.
Oh.
And
a few hundred years again.
Yeah, and printed gift paper, 1890s. All right.
Wow.
Now, aspirin or cough drops?
I'm going to I could see ancient times, either one of them being, because isn't the willow tree, birch tree, one of those trees, birch trees that they got aspirin from, and then I would imagine honey was used as a soothing something for your throat long before that.
Come on.
I'm gonna say the aspirin.
And you're wrong again. Cough drops, ancient Egypt. Aspirin, 1853.
All right. Okay.
When this game was invented, Val, this is another trivia question. When this game was invented, it was first called Mininet. What's the game today?
Mininet. Is it like?
It's a sport today.
It is a sport today? Because I was going to say like croquet or something, but it is a sport today. Mininet, basketball.
Volleyball.
Oh,
yeah.
Mini net?
Mini-net.
Huh.
All right. 41% of people who enjoy these are women. 41% of people who enjoy these are women. You always hear about boys, though, being the ones with the problem.
Oh. Well, I was going to go someplace different until we said, so is it some type of food or drink?
No.
Okay. That enjoy these.
I gave you a hint with boys.
Sexy movies?
No. 41% of people who enjoy these are women. But we usually only hear about boys with a problem with this.
Oh.
Something you can do way too much, too.
Play video games?
Yeah, video games. There you go. You just needed the right hint.
Yes, the right hint.
All right.
Or enough time to think.
Here's a brain teaser, Val.
Oh, no.
Oh, these are always tough. People hate them. Brain teaser. The maker doesn't want it. The buyer doesn't use it. And the user will never see it. What is it?
Okay.
The maker
doesn't want it. The maker doesn't want it. The buyer doesn't
use it themselves.
Use it themselves, and the user will never see it. Oh, I am terrible at brain teasers. I have no idea.
A coffin.
Wow.
Yeah, maker doesn't want it, buyer doesn't use it, user never sees it. What is it? A coffin.
A coffin.
Coffin.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have never come up with that one.
All right. So people are playing the letter game. A random letter is chosen for them, and they have to name places and things begin with that letter. All right?
Okay.
All right. Val, I'm going to let you pick your own letter. What letter would you like?
S.
S. All right. I need a country that begins with an S.
Saudi Arabia.
A city.
Sacramento.
How about Saskatchewan? What's wrong with Saskatchewan? Or that's a province, isn't it?
What's wrong with Spokane, I guess?
Yeah. An animal with an S.
Snake.
A body part.
Skin.
Ooh, I was thinking that might stump you. A job.
Social worker.
A brand.
Now this one, why is this one going to trip me up? A brand. Sony.
Famous person.
Say
Scott.
Scott. I was going to say Scott Schlafly.
Please say Scott. Say Scott, please.
We're famous in a small town. I'll go with Sigourney Weaver.
Thanks a lot. Clothing, easy.
A shirt.
Or you could choose socks or a slip or
Or a shoe or
yeah. All right, and now a sport.
A sport that begins with an S.
It's a tough one.
Soccer.
All right. I thought you'd maybe gravitate towards skiing.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking snow and I couldn't come up with it. So soccer, yeah.
All right. You passed the letter game, Val. There you go. Woohoo, woohoo. All right, we're going to go to break. Thank our sponsors. Deliver a little news. Reset. We come back. We'll have celebrity birthdays, a little bit of today in history, goofy holidays, and we always wrap things up with the incredible odd news. Only one trick, though. You got to stay right here on Northern Lights Public Radio. We are KCHW 102.7. Don't go anywhere.
Don't do it.
It's 8:20.
Programming on KCHW is made possible in part by listeners like you and by
Country Chevrolet. Country Chevrolet, located at 880 South Main Street in Colville, is a full-service Chevrolet dealership, offering a wide range of new and pre-owned vehicles with at-home mobile test drive service available. In addition, Country Chevrolet also offers maintenance and service, vehicle rentals, and full auto detailing. More information is available at countrychevy.com or by calling 509-684-8400. KCHW would like to thank Country Chevrolet for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chihuahua Flooring.
Chihuahua Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chihuahua Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at chihuahuaflooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at chihuahuaflooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
You're listening to Northern Lights Public Radio on 102.7 KCHW. Chihuahua, Colville, Kettle Falls.
KCHW is online at kchw.org.
Listen to the live stream, find out about station events, memberships, local weather, and volunteering. You're listening to KCHW 102.7.
The Public News Service DOA newscast, May the 28th, 2024. I'm Mike Clifford. The weather over the long weekend proved to be both severe and deadly. At least 23 people, including 4 kids, are dead in Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kentucky, and Alabama after severe weather and tornadoes struck the central U.S. That from CNN. Meantime, the travel hubs of Atlanta, New York, Philadelphia, and Charlotte could have to contend with damaging storms leading to delayed or canceled flights on the holiday. And a new report analyzes the workforce dynamics in Oregon and how the state can address gaps for workers and for industries. Eric Tegenoff has our report.
The 2024 talent assessment finds that Oregon's economy is in a strong position, with significant growth in the labor market and more growth anticipated in the future. Christiana McFarland is with SRI, the firm that conducted the assessment. She says there are some factors that could be barriers to achieving that future growth.
We know that jobs are projected to grow, but we know that the population and population growth is relatively stagnant. So that's going to be a challenge into the future, particularly for occupations and industries that have a really high demand for workers in the state, particularly healthcare and childcare.
The assessment was conducted for the Workforce and Talent Development Board and the Higher Education Coordinating Commission for the state of Oregon.
Supporters say rural Oregon could be another asset for the state when considering how it closes employment gaps in semiconductor, manufacturing, and other industries. And now a story close to any broadcaster's heart. The AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act, now in Congress, could mandate that all new cars in the U.S. be equipped with AM radios. And it's stirring a debate in states like Missouri.
The legislation is supported by 60 bipartisan U.S. senators, including Missouri Republican Josh Hawley. But it is criticized by the Consumer Technology Association for its potential to increase vehicle costs and stifle innovation, particularly as electric vehicles rise in popularity. Association CEO Gary Shapiro testified against the mandate in a House subcommittee. He highlights the financial and technological burdens this mandate would place on automakers and consumers alike.
AM radio is wonderful, but it should not be required in every car sold in the forever future because it is a trade-off with safety and other features, and it costs money, and it slows the shift to electric cars.
Proponents of the mandate argue that AM radio is crucial for emergency broadcasts, particularly in rural areas where digital signals may be weak. Shapiro says incorporating AM radios into EVs is problematic due to signal interference from the batteries, which would cause costly redesigns and divert resources from other advancements. Farah Siddiqui reporting.
This is Public News Service. If 2 Michigan lawmakers have their way, there will be fewer locations in that state where people are allowed to carry firearms.
Democratic Senators Dana Polhanke of Livonia and Rosemary Bear of Beverly Hills have introduced bills that would expand gun-free zones within the state capitol complex. Both have advocated for stricter gun laws in Michigan. Senate Bills 857 and 858 would make it illegal to carry a firearm in the state capitol building, the Bensfield Senate building, and the Anderson House office building, with an exception for legislators. Ryan Bates, who heads the group End Gun Violence Michigan, believes these proposals are much needed.
We cannot have a functioning democracy at the barrel of a gun. So it's incredibly important that we protect our legislators and protect our democracy from people who want to do it harm by bringing guns into the places where our laws are made.
If the gun-free zone bills become law, violators could face up to 90 days in jail and or be fined. Crystal Blair reporting.
And Save the Children is working with child care providers along the Texas coast ahead of the upcoming hurricane season.
The organization has formed the Gulf Coast Resilience Network to provide child care facilities with plans and tools to help them reopen or offer services quickly after a weather-related disaster. Melissa Mesquita with Save the Children says by working together, the network can get families back to their normal lives sooner.
If those child care centers can't open, kids are at home, parents are at home, and it just
causes a sense of frustration, and we can't get back to those normal routines. And so that's where we sort of see those breakdowns, and it really, really impacts the family, truly economically, emotionally.
She says members go through emergency preparedness training and receive assistance on how to find funding after a disaster. Psychosocial and social emotional support is also available, so parents know how to help their children cope with the disaster. I'm Frida Ross reporting.
The 2024 hurricane season runs from June 1st through November 30th. Finally, our Suzanne Potter lets us know a new documentary series takes a look at medical aid in dying through the eyes of terminally ill people advocating for a peaceful passing on their own terms.
The show, Take Me Out Feet First, just debuted on Amazon Prime. In the first episode, director Serene Michelle Dillman follows her mother's journey and then her father's 5 years later as they chose to pass away at home in the Bay Area, surrounded by friends and family.
My father said, if people of sound mind want to take this route out of life, they should have the right. Anytime somebody avoids pain and suffering, how can you argue with that?
This is Mike Clifford for Public News Service, member and listener supported. Hear us on great radio stations on your favorite podcast platform. Find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
You can do it!
And we're back. It's KCHW 102.7. It's Tuesday. That means you got Scott and his sister Val broadcasting live today. Me from the state of Maine, Val from Deer Park, and doing a good morning to everybody in Chewelah with a giant cattail on the video camera. And that would be that. I like how she always does it like right in front of your face.
Yeah, at least the tail isn't towards me. It's I get the head end of that, so that's kind of nice at least.
Which camera is that? Wow. All right,
I guess she just came in from outside. She had to run in and say hi and let me know she's home.
All right, she's back. Woohoo. All right, let's kick this section off with some celebrity birthdays. And Val, you're up. I apologize for the first one.
Rudy Giuliani is 80.
And I think of the time and the money I've wasted on your training, and you still turn out to be a blithering idiot. You're an utter failure. You make me sick.
What's Rudy Giuliani's favorite sound effect on the KCHW morning show, Val?
A boo?
Well, yeah, but...
That's not mine. I'm telling you, baby, that's not mine.
These aren't my ballots.
I don't even know what this is. This sort of thing ain't my bag, baby.
No. And then, of course, Rudy! From America's mayor to...
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
Wow. All right, moving on. Go ahead. I'll stop now. It's all true, though.
Gladys Knight is 80 today. Yeah. Gladys Knight is 80. John Fogerty is 79.
Okay.
Brandon Cruz, who was Eddie on The Courtship of Eddie's Father, is 62. Krista Miller, who was in Scrubs and The Drew Carey Show, is 60 today.
Why did you say Cougar Town? Does it sound wrong?
Oh, no, I just wasn't going to read them all.
Okay.
Excuse me. Sorry, didn't mean to. I'm going to clear my throat. Give me a second. I'm back.
Oh, we could hear it.
All right. I didn't pause soon enough. I didn't mute soon enough.
Sounded like you.
Justin Kirk from Weeds and Kidding is 55 today. TV personality Elizabeth Hasselbeck from Survivor and Fox and Friends is 47 today.
Okay.
Jake Johnson from New Girl and Spider-Man Intro into the Spider-Verse is 46. Carrie Mulligan from The Dig and Promising Young Woman, 39 today. And finally, singer Colby Calais is 39.
All right, so moving along to a little bit of today in history. 1896, first recorded automobile accident involving two vehicles occurred on this date in New York City. That's right, 1896. Henry Wells of Springfield, Massachusetts, driving a new Duria motor wagon, the first automobile model to be made and sold in the U.S. Unfortunately, he collided with Evelyn Thomas of New York, who was riding a bicycle. This happened at about 2 miles an hour, but Thomas still went to the hospital with a broken leg, and Wells spent the night in jail for hitting her.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. On to 1928, Dodge Brothers Incorporated merged with the Chrysler Corporation. 37, the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, California, officially opened by President Roosevelt in Washington, D.C., who pushed a button signaling the start of vehicle traffic. All right.
Nice.
Another presidential, 1954, Eisenhower signed a law that added the words "under God" to the U.S. Pledge of Allegiance.
And people, I think, often think that that was in there from the get-go.
It was not.
It was not.
1985, Seattle retiree Gay Mullins founded the Old Cola Drinkers of America, a group determined to bring back the original Coca-Cola. Within 2 months, Coke announced Coke Classic to be sold in addition to its new Coke. Oh, such upheaval. It's amazing we made it through that.
I know it.
But there's some people who made America great again. 1987, 19-year-old West German pilot Matthias Rust evaded Soviet Union air defenses and landed a private plane in Red Square in Moscow. He was immediately detained and not released until a year later. 1999, in Milan, Italy, after 22 years of restoration work, Leonardo da Vinci's newly restored masterpiece, The Last Supper, was put back on display. And we're going to skip the last one because it's depressing. And Val has just 3 special events for today. Will you leave the middle one to last, Val?
Okay, I can do that. Yeah, only 3 today. Wow, this is interesting.
Yeah.
We need to come up with some more things to celebrate on this day in history. Amnesty International Day is the first one.
Okay.
Next, we have Brisket Day.
Oh,
Ooh,
love me some
kinda
brisket.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Go
hungry.
find a nice barbecue place, have some brisket. And finally, today is International Hamburger Day.
Brisket and hamburgers? Oh. On that note, we must take a 2-minute pause, just 2 minutes, while Scott eats a hamburger.
I would like to buy 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 a hamburger.
Okay to refill your coffee.
No. Let's break it down. I would. Would.
Weird.
Would. Like. To.
Toi.
To.
Toi.
To.
Toi.
Buy.
B.
Buy.
B.
A.
A.
Hamburger.
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 Ham.
M.
Burger.
Burger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
It's not Damburger. Hamburger.
I'm not saying Dimburger. I said I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy the hamburger.
Hamburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
Maybe we should stop.
We don't quit. We do not quit. Again.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy the burger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
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 The burger.
International Hamburger Day.
And he just kept getting worse.
Da burger. All right.
Burger.
Number of the day. I gotta have that voice again. Number of the day is 13.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that's the milligrams of caffeine per ounce in the average energy drink. Some energy drinks have 200 to 400 milligrams of caffeine per can and can kill you. Soda's been holding at 5.9 milligrams per ounce since 1980, and that is controlled by the FDA. Wow.
You're having too much fun with that button today.
Sorry, I'll leave it alone now. Maybe.
Maybe. I doubt it.
All right. On to news and nuggets this morning since we have time for it. Here's Val to kick off the news from the lighter side.
Oh, we need to pay attention to this. In fact, I'm going to the grocery store today. With no winter in weeks, tonight as in Tuesday, Mega Millions jackpot has grown to almost $490 million.
That's $500 million to me and you.
Yes. Yeah. And if you take it in cash, you're down to $250,000. But hey, I think I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, I'll make it work. All right.
Yeah. I can budget myself, I'm sure.
All right. Last week I talked about the giant cheese wheel that they chase, like the running of the bulls. Mm-hmm. And I know everybody wants to know what happened. All right. Cooper's Hill Cheese Rolling and Wake was Monday, the 27th, at Cooper's Hill near Gloucester, England. In this extreme sport, participants raced down the 200-yard long hill chasing a wheel of double Gloucester cheese. Am I saying that right, Gloucester?
I don't know. Gloucester?
Gloucester?
I don't know.
Gloucester cheese? The event is a long tradition, regardless, held by the people of the local village of Brockworth. They also do this in Wisconsin. But now people from all over the world take part. There have been winners from all over the world, too, including Canada, Belgium, Egypt, Australia, New Zealand, and the United States. The 2024 cheese rolling saw dozens of participants chasing the cheese. Tom Copey from Munich won the men's race. The women's champion Abby Lamp from the U.S. claimed her second title since 2022. This year's race is especially challenging due to slippery, muddy conditions caused by recent rain. Local rugby club members caught competitors at the bottom of the hill, while a safer uphill race was held for children. From the top of the hill, a 7 to 9 pound double Gloucester cheese is sent rolling down the hill. Competitors then start racing after the cheese. First person over the finish line at the bottom of the hill wins the cheese. While competitors try to catch the cheese, it is around a 1 second hard head start and can reach speeds of up to 70 miles an hour.
Wow.
Which is funny because it's the same as the rush of air when you cut the cheese. Multiple races are held during the day with separate events for men and women. It's on Wikipedia if you want to know more about cheese chasing or rolling or tripping.
Something like that.
So if you caught it, would you just pick it up and take a giant bite of the cheese with all the road dirt on it? With all the road dirt on it and everything?
Well, I don't know about the road dirt. Maybe I'm rethinking that.
I think that's actually how they make cheese logs. We need it dirtier on the outside. Can you roll it down the hill?
Yeah, for sure.
We need to get some cockleburrs in this cheese.
Disgusting.
It is disgusting.
All right. I think I was looking up. I think it's Gloucester.
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 Right.
Gloucester. There's as always there's a million different opinions on the internet, but I think, it's Gloucester.
All right. A sad story for you next, Val.
Oh, why do I get the sad ones?
Yeah.
If you're a man, find yourself a spouse to boost your happiness. If you're a woman, don't bother. According to a study...
Okay.
According to a study, women who have no children and who aren't married are the happiest people of all.
No.
Not only that, but they're more likely to live longer than married women with children. The research, which was done in the London School of Economics, found that marriage and children aren't necessarily going to make women happier. This flies in the face of common, though unscientific, wisdom that says women are more satisfied in a life when they have children and a spouse. Marriage seems to make men happier, or at least less unhappy, because they calm down once they got hitched. But for women, staying single isn't a negative because they take more risks, they earn more at work, and they live a little longer.
Wow. All right. For all of us guys.
All right, I apologize. I'm really, really sorry. I apologize unreservedly.
All right, I'm sure it's our fault somehow.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Today we don't think anything of keeping track of family members or your animals, whether off at school, at work, or halfway around the globe. Today's smartphones make it easier than ever to keep tabs on anyone. 15 years ago this week, this headline was on the internet. Mom watches son travel the world using GPS. The story from 2009, a mom in Britain has fitted her teenage son with a GPS tracking device so she can monitor his every move. Rachel Wilder has ordered her 19-year-old son Harry to carry a credit-sized tracker while he travels across Australia, Thailand, and South Africa during his time off from school. She can track him within 15 feet of his exact location. This is the same thing Brad does to Val. System can even send her a text message alert if he goes anywhere he shouldn't, like the bar.
He's 19.
Wilder keeps tabs on his movements by logging on to the website every day. That's just creepy, Mom. Give him a break.
We have some friends that have, I mean, it goes both ways. She has an app, so she knows where he is at all time, and he has an app where he knows where she is at all times. I mean, at any given time, she can look up and go, oh, he's in Post Falls right now. And I'm like, something just seems wrong about that to me. I mean, not that I have anything to hide, but that just seems a little bit beyond. I don't know. Would you want to be able to do that?
No. I know people that do. I know a couple that both have like tracking on their phones, and they can tell where each other are at any moment. I guess it can curb maybe jealousy.
I don't know. I guess it works for them. I mean, it goes both ways, but I don't know. I just find that a little bit strange.
It is. But if you feel safe and you're both okay with it, I guess it's okay.
Yeah. Like I said, it goes both ways. So, All right. The Colombian government has launched an undersea expedition to explore the legendary San Jose galleon, which sank off the Caribbean coast over 3 centuries ago. This holy grail of shipwrecks is believed to hold a treasure trove of 20 billion in gold, silver, and emeralds. Researchers from the Colombian Institute of Anthropology and History will use remote sensors and submersible drones to image and explore the sunken vessel, which lies almost 3,100 feet below the sea's surface. Wow. The San Jose was a 62-gun galleon that went down on June 8, 1708, while transporting treasures from the New World back to Spain.
3,100 feet deep, so as long as America is wide, as deep as America is wide. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. All right.
So that's not right, though.
3,100 feet below.
It's 3,100 feet below, not 3,100 miles.
Oh, sorry, 3,100 feet. Sorry, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. All right.
You're right. All right.
I'm wrong again. Hold on.
Oh, no! We suck again!
You can take out the we and just put I. Sad story. Betty Nash, a flight attendant who set a record for the longest career in the airline industry, has passed away at the age of 88. Nash began her career with Eastern Airlines in 1957 and continued flying even after the company folded. She stuck to the D.C.-Boston route to be home every night for her son with Down syndrome. Oh, very sweet.
Wow. Well, you go, Betty.
Yeah. More airline news with Val.
Friday marked a historic day for airport security in the United States. The Transportation Security Administration, which we also know as TSA, reported that over 2.9 million travelers were screened at airports, breaking the previous record set during the busy Sunday after Thanksgiving last year. The momentum continued from the day before, which ranked as the third busiest day on record, with just shy of 2.9 million passengers screened.
That's crazy that we set a records on a Memorial Day weekend. You would think it'd be Christmas or Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's what kind of blew my mind, too, is that it was Memorial Day weekend. I mean, I thought everybody just went camping.
I guess a lot of them fly. And then go camping, maybe? No?
Oh.
All right, let's wrap up this show, and we do it with what we like to call odd news.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid.
You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your odd news on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
All right, Val, there in the script I sent you, there's a couple stories from yesterday that I added to do at the end of Wacky But True. They're kind of hard to find. But
I think I have them all queued up for myself.
Right. I just wanted to do those two stories because they're about butts, and that's always fun.
Well, yeah. When have you ever not like a story about butts?
That's right. But we do kick this off with the news attack where the first sentence is true and the sentence is a bad joke. And here comes Val.
Memorial Day was yesterday.
Okay.
And, you know, it's the day on which Americans take a moment to give thanks for beer.
Oh. They should be giving thanks for other things, but it's true. Memorial Day marked the unofficial beginning of summer, too. Of course, the official start of summer is when your kids say, I'm bored.
It's also when my summer usually begins with the air conditioner breaking.
Ooh, it happened to the kids. It's also the perfect day to contemplate the sacrifice of the nation's veterans while choosing from the fine selection of comfortable modern furniture at your nearest discount store. It is. What's up with shopping and Memorial Day?
I don't know what it is. It's always the furniture stores, right?
Yes. And the bedding stores and yeah.
Yeah, it's usually that and President's Day weekend, or when the furniture stores have their big sales. What's up?
Yeah, the little town I live in, they don't do it for Memorial Day, but the little town I live in, they roll up the sidewalks whatever the holiday is. The only thing open yesterday was Walmart, and on most holidays they're closed too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that why you had to go to the Quickie Mart for the
$3 candy bar?
$3.39 candy bar?
No, that was me being lazy and not wanting to drive to the other side of town.
Okay.
So $3 candy bar, drive to Walmart, $3 candy bar. All right. Go ahead.
A Mississippi state senator is opposing a new Amazon data center that will be used for AI because AI isn't in the Bible.
Oh.
Oh, I assume she doesn't use a smartphone either since there is no book of Siri.
AI isn't in the Bible, but if it was, it'd probably start with, in the beginning, Amazon created the heavens and the data centers.
So true. Royce White, a Republican Senate candidate in Minnesota, says women have gotten too mouthy. We shouldn't be surprised considering his campaign slogan is, make mansplaining great again.
Hey.
What if it was one of your friends, huh? What if the shoe was on the other foot? I'd go barefoot!
Study says it obviously doesn't matter to our bodies what time we eat our meals, which is why my favorite time of day is Egg McMuffin o'clock.
Nice. Scientists say that the Earth's moon is destined to disintegrate in roughly 5 billion years, which is the same time estimate for the disintegration of the stuff my kids spilled in the back of my minivan.
That's right. That thing will fall apart, but that stain will still be there. All right, we're going to move on to Wacky But True. We don't add anything to these stories, but perhaps a television or movie sound effect. And our first story delves a little bit deeper to that senator that opposes AI data. Mississippi State Senator Kathy Chisholm has opposed the construction of a data center in her district, citing concerns over artificial intelligence. Amazon is planning to build huge projects in Mississippi, which could use the jobs and the state revenue from the company. But Senator Chisholm said no to Amazon, arguing that AI is not mentioned in the Bible. I think she's a little scared, maybe? Yeah.
So we scared her and she overreacted. No biggie.
Go away and let us alone.
Oh, scared, huh? Afraid, huh? Yes, but it's called the future, so get used to it.
You were scared. I almost made a number 3.
She's so scared, it made her take a number 3. What's a number 3?
It's going to be a question on my mind for a long time.
It's going to last the rest of the day. All I know...
Put that cookie down now!
All right, then. I'll stop.
When Florida man Sean Hollenbach saw a stranger pull up at his home with his daughter in the car, he knew right away what to do. Grab a gun. Hollenbach ran out with an AR-15 and allegedly pointed it at the man, ordered him out of the car, and shoved him to the ground, threatening to shoot him. The 13-year-old daughter said her father was acting crazy and yelling at her Uber driver. Dad demanded the driver produce his license and took photos of it before letting him go. Naturally, the terrified driver called the cops. Hollenbach was arrested, charged with false imprisonment and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. After his release, the father whined that he was an accomplished veteran and refused to admit he overreacted, even after being fired from his job and losing his consulting clients.
Oh, wow. Wow. That jumped up a notch.
No kidding.
All right, sweethearts, what are you waiting for? Breakfast in bed? Another glorious day in the Corps. Day in the Marine Corps is like a day on the farm. Every meal's a banquet. Every paycheck a fortune. Every formation a parade. I love the Corps.
Oh, he didn't threaten me. Eric just overreacted.
Where is your honor, dirtbag? You are an absolute disgrace.
Ooh, all right. This one is kind of backward, okay? It's probably the best story of the day today, though. A waiter in a restaurant in China ate a fly after a customer found the dead insect in her bowl of noodles. The customer demanded to see the manager of the restaurant, which caused the waiter to panic and eat the fly.
Oh, boy.
When the manager arrived at the table, here's what the waiter had to say.
Hello.
Oh. Wonder if he went for that.
A dog in the UK was trapped underground in a rabbit hole for a couple of weeks until he lost so much weight that he was able to crawl out. The Jack Russell was feared dead while disappearing into the tunnel chasing a rabbit. He was just too big to scamper out of the narrow hole, and as the days went by, he got thinner and thinner until he finally crawled out and walked home.
Wow. You know what I'm going to do, Val?
Get yourself stuck in a hole?
Oh, yeah! Here's what the Jack Russell had to say.
I mean, it's hard to get fat on a vegan diet.
I'm not fat. It's all this fur. It makes me look poofy.
Yeah. See? All right. Wales now. Knife-wielding robber who held up a small convenience store was pelted with carrots and a roll of tape by a lone shopkeeper. The thief was then caught. Oh.
Ooh.
Carrots. All right. Hold on.
No, Sven, I didn't get your carrots.
But I didn't care. It was like olden times. We was like peas and carrots again.
All right, analysis. Oh, it smells like carrots and throw up.
Ooh.
Ew.
Sorry. All right, Val.
All right, a woman, while on the toilet in her home in Spain, heard some odd splashing and then was bitten on her bottom. She jumped up and saw a green and yellow snake disappearing from the bowl. Her bite was treated in a hospital.
How creepy would that be when you hear odd splashing?
No kidding. Oh, my
That's not
gosh.
mine. I'm telling you, baby, that's not mine. I don't even know what this is. This sort of thing ain't my bag, baby.
Yeah, no splashing.
Can you hear me? It's just, I've never talked to a snake before.
No splashing, no diving.
Remember that. No splashing, no diving.
No diving.
Ow, I was diving in the toilet and I hit my head in the bowl.
Stop doing that, Scott.
Well, I am small
After
enough.
The first time.
You'd think I'd have learned.
You'd thunk.
In Germany, it was dark when a man went into a portable toilet. Oh, no. This is another butt story. Not knowing where to find the toilet paper in the porta potty, the man lit a match. Oopsie. He didn't blow up the whole outhouse, just his bottom. Man accidentally sparked chemical fumes, which exploded as he sat down. The man was left with slight burns to his bum. It reminded me, we have an outhouse here, and we had horrible winds, like 40 miles an hour last night. I was worried it was going to tip over. All right. But I think after reading this story, I had a sign on the inside that says no smoking.
Please do not light a match.
Do not light a match to search for toilet paper. Okay.
Your butt's getting bigger. We thought you were a dragon.
And beware his song about big butts. He beats you up while he plays it.
Did you see my butt?
Did you?
Did you?
I wonder if they thought it was a dragon because of the flames.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. All right.
I have to, before we end the show, though, I have to tell you that you broke my brain.
What's that?
Well, ever since we did the show last week about it being National Wait Staff Day, I haven't been able to get that menu out of my mind.
Oh, because I had to read you, you had to pretend you were a waitress, and I told you what my meal order was, and then you had to recite it, and you got it 100% correct, which most people can't do.
And it's still wedged in my brain. He wanted wine, and his wife was having a gin and tonic. They wanted stuffed mushrooms as their appetizer. He had a roasted chicken and baby red potatoes. She had fettuccine and garlic bread. He decided he wanted garlic bread as well. And then for dessert, they had coffee and triple chocolate layer cake.
Wow.
It's burned into my brain. You broke it.
I wonder why.
I don't know.
Wow, that's weird. And a week later, something so random, and it's just stuck there.
I know, because I can't remember what I had for supper last night.
But apparently you have a lot of unused space in your hard drive.
There must be. I'm just afraid what I erased to put that in there. All the passwords I'm supposed to remember.
Yeah, but you can remember my fake meal order. Nice.
Yes.
All right, real quick, coffee social at the Senior Center today, 10 to noon. Story time at the library, 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. Tomorrow, pickleball at the golf course, 9 to 11:30. Tech help at the Chewelah Library, 3 to 4. Taking a look at Thursday, food bank, 10 to 2 right here in Chewelah. And then on Friday, farmers market, of course, returns 11 to 3:30. Looking at the weekend, on Saturday, we have a Colville Valley Animal Sanctuary vaccination clinic if you need to get your animals vaccinated. And in the Chewelah City Park, 10 to 4, another Fun in the Sun vendor fair. Stop and do some shopping, hang out at the park. Fun. All right.
Nice.
All right. All that coming your way. And other than that, tomorrow, right here on this channel, we have the one and only Chuck Ritchie, Sharon Ludwig, and I hear they have a new co-host on Wednesdays. Tune in, find out who it is. It's a mystery. All right. Other than that,
secret.
We want Val to say goodbye.
I will say goodbye.
All right.
Thank you very much for having me today.
Really? That's it? Okay.
Oh, how about if you're going to be anything today, why not be kind?
There you go. That's what I was waiting for. Have a great day. Keep on listening to Northern Lights Public Radio. We are KCHW 102.7.
Are you mocking me?
I am.
You're mocking me, aren't you?
Shut up, Wesley.
It's not a tumor.
I am what I am, and I do what I do. A few guys make shoelaces, some lay sod, others make a very good living neutering animals. I'm a cop.
So tell me you love me. Please, please, please,
Love
please.
you.
Tell me. Oh, tell me.
901.
Your KCHW morning show, made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the auto service